If you're seeing this video, my name is Eli Holland. I'm the owner and operator of Second Gen Entertainment. I am posting this video because I just recently finished my master's degree program with Full Sail University and have a master's in entertainment business. Um, what I learned actually was the fact that the courses itself, they're different. Some might be more difficult than others depending on what it is that you know what you're into and what your strengths and weaknesses are. And I remember the fact of, like, with math, right? Nobody likes numbers, but if you want to run a business, you have to know finances. You have to know how to, one, calculate how much money you may or may not make and understand that this number is always an estimate until you get to that point in time. And then two, understand what it is that you'll have to do to make sure that you earn money for that business. Um, like, finances are a big thing. Knowing how to negotiate with people, which learning that in negotiation and deal making was pretty fun. With some of these courses, with things that I've done, because I've been in operation since 2022, um, I've gone back over the way I've done things, whether it's in business or in personal life, as far as being a leader in certain organizations, and went back and forth on mistakes that I've made and how I could have done better. I'm not knocking myself for my failure because failing is a part of life, failing is a part of leadership, failing is even a part of running business. But you have to understand that you learn more in failure than you do in success. Um, Winning immediately isn't a bad thing, but you learn a lot more about yourself when you start getting hit with trials and tribulations and things you don't want, like being told no. No sucks, but no also means next opportunity if you're shifting your perspective on what it is that you're looking at or dealing with. This mastery course, this master's course, it was hard. It's one of the hardest things I've ever done. I mean, could almost equate it to basic training mentally, at least. I've been doing this for a year, um, with a wife and young kids and another one on the way. And the one thing that kept me going was always telling myself I'm doing it for them. The days I sacrificed spending time with them, the days that I had to stay up late, especially especially these last couple of months when I was working on my business plan, just because of the amount of information I had to compile, the classes I had to go through, see what I had used previously, and figuring out what worked, what didn't, what I needed to change. Um, but in the end, I do believe that it made me stronger because of the fact that you don't grow by being comfortable. Like with Mastery, the first course of this program, literally, it's called Mastery. Um, you understand and learn that that a master is considered a master for putting in 10,000 hours of work. That's the equivalent to about 10 years of just beating on a craft until they know it so well they're considered an expert and no one can take that from them. And to me, mastery, this entire course, it's a stepping stone, but it's at the same time, to me, mastery doesn't mean that you know everything because even a master can learn something new from somebody who just started. We all know that people who tend to be that high up in the food chain in the industry will probably have forgotten more than we'll know at that moment in time. But you have to think about the amount and the ways that certain industries change. Um, like with project and team management, right? The way I managed things before versus after taking that course, uh, it's weird because the type of program they had us use, I don't even remember the name of it. I have to look it up again. Um, like, it breaks everything down to the point of where you know cost, you know people, you know how many people you need when and where, you know the entire timeline to the point of where It's like you even know the fact of that it's like it's going to take longer because you can't work 7 days a week. Like the industry still follows, like the film industry, entertainment industry still follows a rule that you can't work weekends. I mean, yeah, we all know that like if you're a singer, you might have a show on a weekend, right? But if you're in my industry, like the film industry, you can't work weekends, or at least not necessarily weekends, but you have to have 2 days off. So, like if you're a cast member, you might be scheduled for 3 days in a row, have a day off, another 2 days, have a day off, but it just depends. But you always have to have your 2 days off. So then projects take longer because you have to consider that time. So that's part of project management. Um, on top of that, with project and team management and classes like that, like executive leadership, you have to learn your people. You have to know your people. The skills that I learned in those classes, they really helped because of the fact that it made me more confident in my ability to deal with people. Because there have been times when I know that I'm not necessarily the most people oriented person. My leadership style tends to be authoritative. That doesn't mean I don't love people. That doesn't mean I don't respect people. But I'm more of a type of person who wants to work first, get work out of the way so that I can enjoy playing as much as possible. And sometimes it's hard for people to understand. And then I have to understand that in this industry, in this type of business, you have to learn to meet people where they are and meet them in the middle. Um, on top of that, it's being comfortable and understanding that there's enough for everybody to eat. This industry is vast, and yes, we are in competition, but at the same time, this is a very collaborative industry. And if you don't understand that at this level, competing is fine, but at the same time, collaboration is what wins at the end of the day. Otherwise, the amount of projects that we have wouldn't be a thing. And for me, reflecting on it, mastery for me, like I said earlier, literally means that I don't know everything and I will never know everything. But I have to remember and believe that I still have a willingness to learn, and that learning in and of itself shows more mastery than simply saying that I know this and I don't need to learn anymore. Because at the end of the day, you might know everything that you know at the point in time that you're there, but somebody else is going to come along that knows more than you. So, mastery for me, literally, just keep learning. Never stop learning because once you stop learning, you stop trying to grow. And mastery is growth. But this is Eli Holland with Second Gen Entertainment. Thank you to all my professors for your time and your energy in helping me learn this task and finishing this course. I appreciate everything you've done for me. I appreciate my aunt, Orletta, specifically, kind of sort of, for helping me with, for helping me with my business plan. I appreciate my wife and my kids for understanding that it's a sacrifice for us all. And as much work as I put into this, I did it for y'all because I know that without y'all, I'm nothing. But thank you to everyone who helped me get to this point. And I just want you all to know that I appreciate the time that you put into me and that I'm not finished yet. But it's Eli Holland signing off. You all be blessed. Peace.